Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Jones again, and I did tell you that I was going to be creating a second video. So after day one, I've got a couple takeaways and some things that I just want to review with you as we move forward into day two of writing our assessment. It is okay to listen to this just kind of as a reminder after class gets started, just to help you focus. So just a reminder, our end of unit assessment prompt is to consider the meaning of the novel's title, Inside Out and Back Again. How does this title relate to the universal refugee experience of fleeing and finding home, and in what ways is Ha's experience a specific example of this universal experience? So to the right here, we've unpacked that question, and that is simply, what do you think it means to turn inside out, as the title of the novel suggests? And then the second part of that question is, what does it mean to turn back again, as the novel suggests? So just a quick review. These are the resources that are available to you. You have the Refugees, Who, Where, Why, the Till Gurung speech, which all of these are loaded into Google Classroom under one post, essay resources. You also have Refugee and Immigrant Children, a comparison. That'd be Refugee and Immigrant Children in Canada. And then you also have From Refugee to U.S. Citizen, a former Lost Girl looks back. And that is the Rebecca Deng story. Those are your nonfiction texts that you're going to be using examples from and comparing them to our character Ha from the book Inside Out and Back Again. So just to kind of recap, there are some themes of the universal refugee experience. Their lives do turn inside out. Some of the things that they experience: uncertainty, loss, grief, chaos, confusion. As their lives come back again, you have hope, uncertainty, adjustment, and sometimes frustration. So you can, your assignment is actually to put these all together, and I'm hoping this nice little equation for ELA helps. Your body paragraph, that means the two paragraphs that contain the bulk of your data, are going to start off with an introductory sentence. Then you're going to have example number one, which is going to be your evidence of how someone's life has turned inside out. You're going to focus on one nonfiction quote that connects to a Ha quote. And that would go back to those things that we talked about in the earlier slide. You can choose uncertainty, loss, grief, chaos, confusion. You can have those two of them in a paragraph, focus on one, but you do need to have two quote sandwiches that have two quotes per sandwich. So it's like a double burger. And then you also need to include your citations. Next, you have your example two. Another example of Inside Out does not have to be the same one you examined on the first. You're going to have a second example, and then you're going to have a concluding sentence. That concluding sentence and the introductory sentence needs to basically state your position or your thoughts on what they experience as their lives turn inside out. So I've put a couple sentence starters here on the same slide. How to start, you could use refugees experience or refugees undergo, and then start to explain. Don't forget to include conjunctions, transitions, alternates to said, please, and punctuation. I also have an example of it connecting. So tomorrow we'll practice writing a topic sentence, and then we'll kind of go from there. And last, I wanted to review the materials that you had available to you and also how to cite them. So if you decide to use the title Inside Out and Back Again in your text, do remember that that must be italicized because it is a novel. Your citation is in parentheses with the page number. I have the hashtag there, but you will be putting a page number there. Then everything else is an article or an independent piece. So those will have quotation marks around them. And I've got that examined here. And then for the citation for World of Difference Luncheon, that would be Till Gurung's story. And you're simply going to put Gurung in parentheses. From Refugee to U.S. Citizen, a former Lost Girl looks back. That is the Rebecca Deng story. The author of that was Hemingway. And you'll put the page number. The page numbers are at the bottom of that. Refugees, Who, Where, Why is in the workbook, and you will put Gervais, which is the author, in the page number. And then Refugee Children in Canada, Fantino and Kolak, again with the page number, and that is also in the workbook. Next slide deck and video will come tomorrow. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have any questions.